Mic check. I came in his name, I'm saved by his grace. By his grace. I came in his name, I am saved by his grace. 2,000 years ago, he died on a cross so he could show you how to live your life without sin and without lies. The devil took him on a mountaintop and offered him every kingdom and would not stop. He said, Son of man, worship me. Come over, bend your knee. I said, I came in his name. I am saved by his grace. Surrounded himself with 12 good men, disciples of what we call them. There was Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John, and they told the story after he was gone, how he was born and raised. It only took 3 days. In his name we are saved, but only by his grace. I came in his name. I am saved by his grace. Bang. So you think you can tell heaven from hell, blue skies from pain? Can you tell a green field from a cold steel rail, a smile from a veil? Do you think you can tell? Get you to trade your heroes, ghosts, hot ashes from trees, hot air from a cool breeze, cold, cold with the chain. Did you exchange a walk-on part in the wall for a lead role in a cage? How I wish you were here. We're just 2 lost souls swimming in a fish bowl, year after year, running over the same old ground. How we found the same old fears. Wish you were here. How y'all doing? Joe Nice down, non-spinning stationary flat plane. It just rolls off my tongue, that does. On the day curves, that smile, that smile. 'Cause you're a natural girl. And your veil will be handmade by nymphs. They blushed at your beauty when they caught a glimpse of your legs and your arms, your feminine charms, those charms. 'Cause you're a natural, actual girl. Tra-la-la-la-la-la. So I'll send a message to my father up above and tell him I found this girl, the one I truly love, the one that he sent down from heaven up above. She fits me just like a glove. 'Cause you're a natural, actual girl. You got natural curves. I climbed the walls, climbed to the highest steeple. At the top of my voice, I sent to all the people. Found this girl, I love the one from above. 'Cause she's a natural, actual girl. Tra-la-la-la-la. I'll write your name, my fingers to your mouth. When you look up at night, you'll see your name. It's written in the stars. 'Cause you're a natural girl. 'Cause that's all you natural girls. Where's my music window? There it is. Top of my scale. I forgot it. Again, please. That's the one. Then she played magician, sitting lotus on the floor. A belly dancing beauty with a power-driven soul. Had my share of nightmares, didn't think there could be much more. Then in walked Roderick Usher with Lady Eleanor. She tied my eyes with ribbon of a silken ghostly thread. Gazed with troubled vision on an old photos to bed. Where Eleanor had whispered, tasting neck below my head. Then bid me come along with her to the lamp of the dancing dead. But it's alright, lady, alright, lady, I said, I'm alright where I am. She gazed with love and beauty like a mother to a soul. Live and die and see and be and all will run to one. All at once I had some music playing in my bones. Same old song I'd heard for years, reminding me of home. But it's alright, lady, alright, lady. I said, I'm alright towards me, licking lips with chills on fire. Host of golden demons, sweet and lusty ways desire. When it seemed for certain, the screams could get no higher. I heard a voice above the rest, screaming, "You're a liar." But it's alright, yeah. I said, I'm alright where I am. Bonk. I was a flower going wild and free. All I wanted you to be is my sweet honeybee. If I was a tree growing tall and green, all I wanted you to shade me and be my leaves. If I was a tree growing tall and green, all I wanted you to shade me and be my leaves. If I was a flower going wild and free, all I wanted you to be is my sweet honey. All I want is you, you be my bride. You take me by the hand and stand by my side. All I want is you, you stay with me. Will you hold me in your arms and swim like the sea? If you were a river in the mountains tall, all of your water would be my call. Winter, I'd be the snow, just as long as you were with me when the cold winds blow. All I want is you, you be my bride. You take me by the hand and stand by my side. All I want is you, you stay with me. Pull in your arms and swim like a sleep. If you were awake, I'd be the nod. If you were seed, then I'd be the pod. If you were the floor, I'd wanna be the rug. If you were a kiss, then I know it'd be the hug. All I want is you, we be my bride. We take by the hand and stand by my side. All I want is you, we stay with me. We hold in your arms and swim like a sleep. If you were the wood, I'd be the fire. If you were love, then I'd be desire. If you were a castle, I'd be a boat. If you were an ocean, then I'd learn to float. All I want is you, you be my bride. We take by the hand and stand by my side. All I want is you, you stay with me. We hold your arms and swim like the sea. Yeah. Yes, sir. Go on, let's sing one for the big fella. This one goes out to God Almighty. You run on for a long time, run on for a long time, run on for a long time. But sooner or later gonna cut, it's gonna cut you down. Go tell the long-tongued liar, go tell the midnight rider, tell the rambler, the gambler, the backbiter. I said tell him that God's gonna cut, he's gonna cut you down. I said tell him that God's gonna cut, he's gonna cut you down. Goodness gracious, let me tell you the news. My head's been wet by the midnight dew. I've been down on bended knee, talking to the man from Galilee. He spoke to me with a voice so sweet, swear I had the shuffle of an angel's feet. He called my name but my heart stood still. He said, Ponch, go do my will, go tell the long-tongued liar, go Tell that midnight rider, tell the rambler, the gambler, the backbiter. Said tell him the God's gonna cut, it's gonna cut you down. I said tell him the God's gonna cut, it's gonna cut you down. Well, you can throw your rock, hide your hand, working in the dark against your fellow man. Sure as God made black and white, done in the dark will be brought into the light. Run on for a long time, keep running for a long time. Said run on for a long time, but sooner or later gonna cut, it's gonna cut you down. I said sooner or later gonna cut, he's gonna cut you down. It's gonna cut you down. Good evening, boys and girls. How y'all doing? 1 second. Put the guitar back. Do you want a biscuit, my little fella? Yes. Is he handsome? Is he gorgeous? Or do you want a biscuit? Do you want a biscuit? There you go, sunshine. Right. Ooh. Are we sitting comfortably? Can you hear me at the back? I changed the microphone settings. I hope it's better for you. Right, let's get rid of the music window. How y'all doing? Do you have a nice day on the non-spinning stationary flat plane? Let me just copy and paste the stream. I'll be right back with you. Home. Live. No, don't add it to the key. Good. Right, let's get pause. Copy. And paste. Twitter. Twat. Tweet. Paste. Punch Pizza Man at 8 PM every night. You could dance. Do 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 do. This is not the one. Really? A male MP? Really? He has got big hands, hasn't he? Right, let's come back. Good evening, boys and girls. Hope you had a nice day. Let's say hello to you all. Who was first in? It was Kyle Shinobi. It really should be more like Rachel Tucker, how you doing? Trinny Trin, how are you doing? Alpha, how you doing? Owen Air, welcome to the show. Anna Susan, hello chicken, how you doing? Susanna, how you doing, sweetie? Luke, how you doing, pal? Cable X, salam. E-Trader, Edmondson, how you doing? Welcome to each and every one of you. I'm glad you had a nice day. Let's go over to the skulls. As always, we're looking at the human skeleton because it's my favourite rabbit hole. Let me rephrase that. It's the only rabbit hole that you can go down, in my opinion. It shows you who's doing it to you, why they've done it to you, because you're created in God's image. Male and female created them. It's pretty simple once you distinguish that the man's got a bigger face, a bigger skull, and you start seeing these differences in male and female, the small head versus the big blockhead. Look at the difference. It's huge. Once you get used to seeing the two skeletons, and this is the ideal ratio that we see. Male and females, when I see couples, this is what they usually look like. If not, the woman's even smaller. But it's always in this proportion. Male's bigger. Especially over the shoulders. Sometimes I see a tall woman, I do. But even if she's got wide shoulders, then this area here, it becomes like Gloria off Madagascar. Gloria. Madagascar. She becomes huge, pear-shaped, with beautiful, short arms, close set eyes, and an S-curve. I think Gloria might be a real Gail Hippo. It's the way she minces, though. I gotta say it. There's nothing else like it. I like them big. I like them chunky. I like them big. I like them chunky. Chicken no. Right, let's come back. So, every day we look at the human skeleton. No, we did that person. Anyway, 1 second. Every day we look at the human skeleton. Let's go back one. The male's got a bigger face because he's got a bigger skull. Okay. In this ratio here, they've matched the woman to the same size as the man because the skulls are the same size. Usually it's a bit smaller on a woman. It always is because she's the female. And it shows everywhere you go. This is what I see. Big men, little women. Wide hips, wide shoulders. Big head, little head. Big hands, little hands. Big feet, little feet. Blah, 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 blah. The way to tell the difference is draw a triangle through the face. You get a much bigger triangle on the left than you do on the right, look, because the eyes are closer together. Men have rectangular, far apart eyes, big noses, wide teeth. Women have rounded, closer eyes with smaller noses and smaller teeth. The wide dental arch matches the far apart eyes. The narrow dental arch matches the close set eyes. Square jawbone versus a sloping jawbone with a pointed chin. A woman has a 5 head, a man has a 4 head. In general, it looks like an upside down egg or a rectangle, a square, a blockhead. Sometimes we call it a cannonball because it's as wide almost as it is long. Almost. The woman is nowhere near as wide as it is long and it's set downwards. Learn these parameters. Next, excess of copyright material may under circumstances be quoted thereby to purposes such as criticism, news point, teaching and research without the need for permission, formal payment to the copyright holder. To the copyright holders. We did this one. Zoran. Everyone was asking me to do it. There you go. You got your request. Egghead, 5 head look. Much more identifiable there, I think. You can see it. Look, small teeth, close to eyes, and especially in hand gestures, I see it a lot. There's a feminine way of a woman moving her arms because she has a different degree of carrying angle in the elbows. Her arms move slightly differently. They look very different when they're playing sports. Men run elbows in, women elbows out, like on Scooby-Doo. Shaggy running next to Scooby. Shaggy's an FTM. Right, let's get rid of this next. And we did this one. Menachem Schneerson, we did it next. Ronnie Biggs, wow! I was bound to get to the Great Train Robbers one day. I don't know if I've already. Wow! Wow, Agent D. Are you here, Agent D? Who does that look like, Agent D? I can't believe Agent D's not here. Who does that look like? Agent D, when you watch this, I know what you're going to say. There's no way you won't say the person. It looks like someone. It's a spitting image of him almost. I find it really strange that they look alike. You know, years apart. The person I'm thinking of is about 20 years younger than this person. But still, I see the same face. Could be the mother, I don't know, maybe. They're all related, that's for sure. They're all family. It's a big family. The tribe of Cain. They say 13 tribes. There's 2 tribes. There's the natural tribe that God created, and then there's the tribe of Cain. Tubal Cain. Tubal Cain. Where do we know that from? Tubal Cain. Well, it looks like this. Tubal Cain would be the right. He's a blacksmith. Tubal Cain. He looks a bit weird, doesn't he? You know, he looks like a wolf man, doesn't he? Arr! Teen wolf. They give him big feet though if it is a woman. But the arm looks a bit small here, I gotta admit. Tubal Cain. All lineages come from this person, allegedly. The craft. Witchcraft. Blacksmith. Craft. Whatever. There's another place we know 2 balls and a cane. Facebook! I got booted off Facebook for school checking. I didn't do anything wrong. But apparently I breached their community guidelines. I just cannot be bothered to swap browsers to open up another account because it was that email's blocked, right? And if I change email, then I have to change this account here, and I just cannot be bothered. to do it. I'm not interested. I didn't break the law. Back off. 2 ball Kane. So now you've got your answer, right? 2 balls Kane. All lineages of Satan come from this person in our life, in our history, in whatever is true in history. And that has got to be discerned for yourself, right? You know this. It's got to be discerned for yourself. Because the people who are even meant to be telling us the truth have got skeletons. Like this. I see a very soft face. I do. I see soft eyes. I see a corrugated neck, but it just doesn't look right. It looks like an implant and it's too high up, look. The trachea itself is not showing. You're supposed to see a wide opening of a throat, not a tight looking. I'm seeing Al Capone in that black and white picture. Right, let's open up images. Ronnie Biggs. No, get me off there. Send me back. There we go. Images. Ronnie Biggs, the great train robber. So the story is this. A Royal Mail train was travelling from Manchester to London in 1963. 3 6s. Let me just double check that. I'm sure it is 1963. It doesn't say when the crime was committed. Oh, there you go. No, that was when he was born. 1963. So there's your 3 6s right there, straight away in the story. He ended up going to Rio, look. Christ the Redeemer. Images. I do. I can see it's the coffee bean. I see Al Capone there. But in this picture, what happened was they robbed the mail train and it had, I don't know, over 100 bags worth of cash heading for the Royal Mint. Used notes. So you could just spend them. Nobody would be able to chase them because they're not brand new. In those days, I don't know how many of them was, maybe 13. 13, father! Can't remember how many train robbers was. But he was the T-boy, apparently. So they say. He was the T-boy. I don't know. Anyway, they robbed the train. They got £147,000 each. Which in nowadays terms, I don't know, 3 million, I don't know, something stupid. It was a lot of money back then, 3 million. Ronnie got put in prison and then escaped from prison and went on the run and ended up in Brazil. For how long? Let's have a look. Brazil, 1963, he subsequently became the most notorious escapee from a prison. In 1965, 2 years later, living as a fugitive, 36 years! 3 6s, father! 666, father! In the name of Satan, father! Everything's done in the name of Satan, as far as I'm concerned. They are such liars. Liars. I am Ryan. Let's say Ryan, not liar. How you doing, Ryan? 2.6 in today's money. There you go. I said 3 million. So 3 million quid each, and that's a lot of money back then, right? Especially when you realise cars cost like 400 quid. A brand new car cost 400 quid. So they were minted. But it's bollocks. None of it happened. It's to stop someone else from trying it. They bang them all in prison. They don't go to prison. They escape from prison and all the rest of it. And then nobody else wants to try and rob the Royal Mail train again because these lot didn't get away with it. Images. So I'm seeing Al Capone's face there, softer. This one here, after plastic surgery, I'm seeing as if Agent D in here. I'm seeing someone. Right, let's have a proper look at Ronnie Biggs. This picture will do. The shoulders are sloping, but they look wide for a woman. Could be the jumper. Not so big there.
Oh, I'm seeing rounded eye sockets. Straight away I'm seeing a woman. Hamster cheeks. Plastic jaw that's going left, look. I wish I could see your digit ratio in that. Oh, I think we're cooked because that is a huge index finger. A huge one. It looks longer than the middle finger. Which you only get with women usually. 95% sure. Let's go back. Did anyone say who they saw there? Did anyone say who it is? Nobody recognises who that looks like, no? Let me just double check. No, because I've been talking, I went off on one. Right, back to the great train robber. Ronnie Biggs. Maxwell, you think it looks like Robert Maxwell? No, not Robert Maxwell. It's an English person I'm thinking of. Ronnie Biggs. Great train robber. Let's have a look. Brazil. Well, I've got one problem straight away. If this is the son and daughter, and I'm guessing it is, that smile looks way bigger than that one. That's my starter. And he's got the rounded eye sockets and she's got the rectangular ones. They look in the wrong order. The original picture of him. Look how big and flat that 5 head is. I gotta say it. We are looking at Ronnie Biggs and his accomplice. This is a train driver. He got coshed, apparently. He's got a bit of a black eye there, if it's real. The train driver, I want a real good look at this one. He's got a very long top lip, don't you think? For a gentleman, he's got a very long top lip. And a small mouth. I don't see a very big set of gnashes in there. Let's go back. Ronnie Biggs, great train robber. Is that his wife there? Let's have a look at her. Right, I'm done. That's an FTM, and that's can't be a dude. There's no way that's not an FTM there. Soft fat baby face. You got the cutest little baby face. He's got a baby face. Looks like what do they call him? The baby face, machine gun baby for baby. I don't know what you call him. The gangster. Looks like him. And you've got wide ass cheekbones, rectangular looking eyes. I gotta say. Let's come back a second. Ronnie Biggs' face. It is long, isn't it? FTM walked into a bar. Bartender said, "Why the long face?" Who's that? That's his Brazilian wife or daughter, and she's got quite a track here, don't you think? For a girl, that's quite a gullet. Or maybe that is his wife. Houston, I've got a real problem with those eyes. I'm telling you now, I've got a problem with those eyes. Very close set. Let's go back again. I prefer this one. The plastic surgery one. We're going to take that as your 50-50. I see rounded eye sockets, a vertical forehead that curves here, look, where 2 dimples are. Curves backwards. It's widest in the hairline, and it should be here. And right here on me, I've got 2 big lumps. I hated them. When I was younger, I hated my cheekbones because all the movie stars, like women fancied, girls fancied, don't have them. Or if they do, the implants. Bad. I've got hiccups. Right. There's Ronnie. Is that Rio? That looks like Ipanema Beach. Girl from Ipanema. There's your girl from Ipanema. I got one question, Ronnie. Why is your zipper on your trousers over 12 inches long? Why are your trousers wide? Why have you got a small body and wide hips? That's my first question. Uh-oh. Oh, Houston. I've seen this picture before. I've seen someone else laid like that before. Lots of women lay like that. But I've seen someone else famous laid like that. Tesla on the beach. Shut up, Google! You Google. I swear down. That's just taking the piss, Google. You know that's not what I'm looking for. You bitch. Get a car. 4 years ago, that wouldn't have happened. Nikola Tesla on the beach. Ah, there you go. Houston. We have a problem. Nikola Tesla literally leaning over like a girl, staring at this fella on the beach with a big feet. Nikola Tesla might have even had 6 toes, look. I'm sure I've zoomed in on that picture, and it does look like a 6. If you count them, it looks like 6, doesn't it? 1, 2. That big dark one there is 3, 4, 5, and that on the end looks like a 6 toe. It really does. But what can we say? Nikola Tesla on the beach. That's what I was looking for. And again, I'm seeing a feminine pose, posture. Who's that? That's a female Bigfoot. The funeral of the great train robber. I don't know what he's got on his head. Is it a spider's web? He's got a spider's web on his head. There was an old woman who swallowed a fly. I think she'll die. Right, let's go back to Ronnie Biggs. I'm still seeing an FTM. Even after the wonky chin implant and everything. That's what she originally looked like, with this rounded jawline look. Soft, supple features, soft-eyed woman, small ears, pink lips, small mouth. The plastic surgery did change her a lot, didn't it? Right, let's go back. I still want that other picture. Wait, let's have a look at some more of you people at your funeral. And the old gangsters. Oh, look. Look at that tart. Female Bigfoot. Stepping over a piece of dog poo, look. Look at the size of them feet. This is a gangster. You want to be a gangster? Look at this gangster with the wide hips. This is famous British gangster Dave Courtney. Courtney bends his knee before the court. Royalty. Dave Courtney. Look how close together her eyes are. Wide ass female gangster from England. Hung around with the craze apparently in her heyday. Barbara Windsor is another one of his hair conquests. I did also. They're all connected, right? Because they all know each other. But if you can't see how small that, what do you reckon they are? Size 5. They got to be some small ass feet. But all of them do it. Look, they've all got these funny walks. Look, and tiny feet apparently. What do they call them in the Flat Caps? That TV show in Birmingham. They're all mad about Peaky Blinders. It's the Peaky Blinders. All over. They tell you that they do it. Look at this. What is going on there, sweetheart? He's a big old black girl, he is, isn't he? I love the fact that God gave me the eyes to see this. Dave Courtney's a big old bald woman. They control it all. It doesn't matter which country we go to, whether we're in the Middle East, in Arabia. They control the royalty, they control the media, they control it all. If there are any gangsters in Arabia, and I don't believe there are, because you can just leave, they leave gold bars and phones and stuff on cars and nothing happens. Because they know someone will chop your hands off. It's quite a deterrent, isn't it, that, to stop thievery. But these people, they're right across the spectrum. It doesn't matter what country I go to. It doesn't matter what nationality, what colour of skin you have. They're all drinking the wrong hormones. It's a big club, and you and I are not in it. It's a shock to the system when you realise that all the gangsters, look at the vertical forehead, and then it curves backwards. Exactly, and it's a small skull. It looks like Wesley Snipes, Passenger 57. Or, who's the Gladiator? It actually looks like the Gladiator. I can't remember. Scorpion. Is it Scorpion? I can't remember his name. The English guy. It really does look like the Gladiator. And all the gladiators are women. And all the women like Lightning and Jet. They're all men. Oh, mate. It's so backwards. It's unreal. But back to Ronnie Biggs. Enough of the London gangsters. They're all women. They're all faking it. The Peaky Blinders are women. This is Dave Courtney, missing a brow bone, high set ears, pink lips, vertical sharp. Look at that sharp A forehead. Vertical forehead look, 2 dimples, and then it curves backwards. Once you get used to seeing that female skull and how much smaller it is compared to the male's look, who has a brow bone and bridge, The two dimples just stand out because that is a vertical forehead from the eyes, the two dimples, and then it curves backwards. Whereas a man's, from the brow bone, slopes backwards. Let's go back one picture. And I'll change that whilst it does it. And that's what I'm looking at. I'm looking at the low-mounted face of a woman. Widest in the hairline, and that's exactly what I'm seeing here. Yeah, widest in the hairline. Dave Courtney, let's go back. Oh, look at this. Right here, just before I left, there's Spider-Man look. Or should we say Spider-Woman. We've got the shoulder tilt. We've got the very short arms. We've got the hips. Straight out of Madagascar. That's Gloria. Right there. I just showed you Gloria. There's Gloria look. Mincing. And these gangsters are all fake. All the stories they put out there are fake. But they rule over all the real gangsters. The real gangsters that work underneath them. They believe that these are men, not women. And they work for them, not knowing that they're working for Satan. If you knew you was working for Satan, you'd stop, right? You'd stop, right? If you knew you was worshipping Satan, you'd stop. That's the power of God. Realising it's not just the power, it's the glory in God that terrifies me. How He created this world and me and everything in it through His voice, just through sound. He said, let it be, and it was. And it was perfect. All these indiscrepancies I get in nature, two-headed snakes or Siamese snakes or whatever it is I'm looking at, it comes from them. Their doctors testing, using human people as guinea pigs like they always have. And people fall for it. It kills me. When you hear the word of God, it changes you. It fundamentally shakes your world. It shakes your tree and your foundations. Forensics is the greatest skill that you can be given. It's a gift from God. Those who want to see the kingdom of heaven will see it when they realise all these demons are here. Because you've got to be possessed to want to do this to natural people, the rest of the world. To make people live in poverty and hunger and danger. And every other bad, negative word I could think of. The balance is tipped in evil's favour. The gangsters are women. I don't care what anyone says. Just like the bodybuilders. You can't handle it. You just can't handle the truth. You can't see it's not my fault. I'm your messenger. You didn't get a message, you'll find another one. Maybe they can get through to you. But I've put it as simple as I possibly can. I've got training videos teaching you how to do this. Everybody who's sat here with me for the last 3 years and done this, you know it off by heart. I know you do. I've taught you the simplest facts and you've learned to, I don't want to say master, to wield that truth properly. And there she is, showing you. She's in the club. She's definitely in the club. We're going to go. How come her hands are so small? Her wrists look bigger than her hands. That's just not right. Men have big, massive muscles and then giant spade shovels for hands. Right, Ronnie Biggs. No, you've got to be kidding me. Grandma, please. That is just a grandma. Do you know who he looks like there to me? He looks like Mark. I'm seeing Mark Knopfler. And there it is. It's a coded sign. The White Rabbit. You getting it yet? The White Rabbit. Let's go back. Let's go back. Let's go back. I want your face. That posture. There we go. From there. I quite like that one as well. We might take that one as well. We might do both. We'll see. Right. Nana's got her baps out. It's a shame that's not a full body shot. The tiny teeth are doing it. Close set eyes. I'm seeing someone there. It's a tiny face. Who am I seeing there? For the life of me, I can't think. It's someone famous though. Let's go back again. That still looks like that English person I'm thinking of. Ronnie Biggs, great train robber. We want Gates. Right, we're gate shopping. Who's that? I've got a problem with your shoulder tilt. Same with that bitch in the background. Look at all the FBI. We're working with the FBI. Look at the FBI mincing. The pair of them are mincing. Ronnie Biggs is in a wheelchair. Can't walk at this stage. Whoever that is, I'm guessing that's the solicitor with the short arms, the shoulder tilt, and the ski whiff legs. You can't walk straight if you tried. There's a nice flamingo. Female Bigfoot. There's a diamond there that shouldn't be there. You know it shouldn't. The cloth of the trousers are hanging like Charlie Chaplin's look. Like a woman's cut. Another gangster mincing. Look at them all. Old women, a lot of them. Let's go back. Ronnie Biggs, great train robber. We're going to need your gate. That FBI picture there's ace though. I really like the mincing copper. That's a fair away shot. That's a better one. Look at the female copper. Shoulder tilt, short arms, full mint. Same here, full mint. Same here, full mint. You've got sloping shoulders for a dude right there. We're going to go back one. Gates, what's the... Oh, we're done! Ronnie Biggs. You know what? I didn't think I was going to find it. I really didn't. But this picture here, the husband, just from what I've told you, look at the crossed legs on Ronnie Biggs. Look at the hips. Look at the womb. Look at the deep belly button. Look at the... Nana's got a baps out. It's Friday night. She's got the baps. It does look like Spike Milligan. You're right. But that's not what I was thinking of. It does look really similar now you say it, Clarice. The man, here look, he's had a bum... what do they call it? A bum implant. A Brazilian bum lift. They're in Brazil. Straight-legged man right there. Major problem. Right? Knees together. Here, that is just all woman. Look, this is why Ronnie Biggs wears the trousers up here over the belly button. She's got a pair of boobs. She's got V-shaped sloping shoulders. Her arms won't hang like a man's look. They hang akimbo and then akimbo again. Only women's arms do that. That is a woman till the cows come home. I have been doing this for 6 years constantly, learning. I've been doing this channel for 3 years constantly. That there, without a shadow of a doubt, I'll bet you both me testicles on it. That's a woman. I'll bet them both. I don't usually bet them both, but I'll bet you both, and that's a woman. Ronnie Biggs. And it does look like Spike Milligan. You're right. That's not who I was thinking of, though. That is another person that looks like them. Quite right. Spike Milligan. Soft eyes. Especially when he was young, look. Got the same coffee bean, soft eyes. She's got a really wide forehead, though, Spike. Compared to Ronnie Biggs. But very, very similar nonetheless. The younger one, though, you're dead in the water. He's had it. He's absolutely had it. There again, that female face. That's where he looks like Spike Milligan, not in this one. He looks more, after the plastic surgery was done, he looks more like the other person I'm thinking of. He still looks like Spike Milligan though, you're right. Just remember they will wink their eyes and literally stick out their tongues. Don't tell me he's had a stroke. If he's had a stroke, I'm sorry. I think he might have had a stroke. Oh gosh, that's amazing. I thought he was just doing the devil sign. But if you want to know about the 12 tribes of Dan, 13 tribes, there was one, the tribe of Dan. Tribe of Dan. London, Sweden, Denmark, it's all interchangeable. Babylon, London, the tribe of Don, the mafia Don. The tribe of Dan apparently has a snake, but they've got a different flag. Where is it, you bitches? See, I don't do none of this shite. I'm telling you now, I don't do none of it. Don't care what you say. God, right, he created all these different people. Like he created all the different dogs, all the different cats, all the different fish, all the different birds, all the different plants, all the different flowers, all the different spices, all the different herbs. He created all these different people, but we're still people, right? Doesn't matter where you come from, we're still people, we're children of God, right? Doesn't matter where you come from. But you want me to believe that he chose one nation of people that were better than all the others, and there's 160 different languages, 160 different countries. You want me to believe 1 out of 160 got chosen by God, and then they divided themselves into 12 tribes and spread across the world? That's what you want me to believe. It's all the same bollocks. This serpent is your answer right there. The tribe of Dan, Lundan, Sweden, Denmark, Danish. Look, are you getting it yet? Let's come back. They've got many flags, the tribe of Dan, but it's not showing me the one I want to see. I can't believe it's not there because they were sailors. They were sailors, weren't they? Yes, they were. And who do we know who were sailors? And they were into skullduggery. Skullduggery. Oh my gosh. Hidden in plain sight. Skullduggery. Oh my, they're into skullduggery. So if you pretend to be a man when you're a woman, and you pretend to be a woman when you're a man, that's skullduggery, isn't it? Oh, you bitches. Hidden in plain sight. Where was that? Dang it. Tribe of Dan, you're over here. You gotta be. Yeah, come back 1 second. I'll close that window again. Tribe of Dan, it's not showing me it. We'll do it this way then. Skull and Bones. This is the original flag. Right there. That's right, because they were pirates. The Pirates of the Caribbean. They love to tell you in plain sight. But 322 is your answer. The Skull and Bones. One eye is bigger than the other eye. One side of the face is male, one side is female. One bone is male and one is female. One is longer, one is shorter. So they showed you from the off, the Skullduggers. They showed you. And there were many in the 322 club, Skull and Bones. George Bush, to name a few. Masons, they're all Masons, you got it? And there is the skull of Geronimo, the famous Native American Indian. I see very close set eyes on that skull. I see a very small skull, firstly. I'd almost mistake it for a young child's skull because of its size. It looks childish, doesn't it? Because it's small. I'll bet you any money that's a female skull and leg bones right there. But they're all in it, whether you like it or not. They're all Masons. And they're all into the Skull and Bones. It's not just George Bush Senior, it's George Bush Junior. They've all got these big 5 heads. Women in tailored suits. It's a big club and you're not in it. Let's go back to Ronnie Biggs. There's your Skull and Bones right there. They are into skullduggery. On his deathbed, lot, he's had a stroke probably. On his deathbed, they're still pushing a book on something that never happened. Just like everything else, nothing ever happens. Nothing ever happens. Nothing happens at all. The needle returns to the start of the song, and we all sing along like before. They tell you the truth in plain sight. Ronnie Biggs is the one we've just seen the gate. That alone there tells me you're in the Skull and Bones. Without looking at your Skull and Bones. Is that you there, Ronnie? That looks like Ronnie there. It's a shame I can't see that gate more clearly. That is Ronnie though. Look at that shoulder tilt. You've got very wide hips for a gentleman, I've got to say. And again, short body, long leg. There's a problem here. Straight away, there's a problem here in this one. Don't tell me it's because it's the 60s. It's because they're all flippies. That's what it is. Ronnie Biggs, that is not Ronnie Biggs, shut up. But that's a lovely diamond. He reminds me of Rod Stewart a bit, the shape of that face. Look at these coppers. Are they coppers? It's Detective Dobbs from Scotland Yard with his prim and proper moustache. You got to be kidding me. Look at that strut. It's a woman till the cows come home. Right there. Again, look at the 1 foot long. It's a foot long zipper. When I go to the toilet, my zipper's about that big. Honestly. About that big. Zip, it's out. No, it doesn't come all the way down past me nuts. There's a problem in these length of these zippers. They're all mincing. The coppers are mincing. They're all in on it. Bunch of women faking it. I got the chance, I'm taking it. I don't know why, but I'm seeing Santos Bonacci right there. Oh my gosh, look at those hips! Ronnie! Ronnie! Look at the size of those hips! That's a woman! Is that really Ronnie Biggs, the great train robber, doing the Sex Pistols? Oh my gosh. I am an anarchist. I've got some women's hips. Oh, all day long. Ronnie, what's going on, Ronnie? Ronnie's a girl till the cows come home. She really is. There's no one out there that can tell me that that's a man. Look at those hips. Ronnie Biggs, the great train robber. I'm going to take that picture. So, they're childbearing hips. I don't care what anybody says. We've seen 2 gates now. One of them's perfect. The other one is a bit. It was just ski width. That was all. Yeah, ski width knee. But the trousers tell you all you need to know. Look how high up they are. Short body, short body. The only one wearing his thing out is that one. But I'm still seeing a diamond where I shouldn't see it. There's a flamingo foot there. Instead of that knee pushing forward, it's swinging round. That's a shame that's not Ronnie Biggs there. That would have been a nice gate. I don't know. That must be another train robber, right? Another one they caught. I don't know who that is. It says, oh no, it says great train robber. Must be another one of them. One of them they caught. Right, Ronnie, have we got any more gates? Do you know what? I think I will take that choo-choo train picture as well. Because I don't think I'm going to get any more gates. I'll just fill up the screen with what I need. Oh, there's one. That policeman, woman, look how them shoulders are sloping there. Major problem. Ronnie's big trousers again. From female Bigfoot. From flamingo to female Bigfoot, look. It's a shame we didn't get more pictures there. What's that one? Where is it there? Can't see it. Can't see it. That definitely looks in line, doesn't it? Shame that policeman's leg's in the way. The Sarge. Let's go back. Oh no, there was one there. What was that in the bottom? Got there. I can't see it. Let's go back again. I think I'll take that. It's not perfect, but... Oh, Ronnie, is that you, Ronnie? Oh, his fleet foot's missing. That's a shame. Again, massive hips. She's just had that baby, hasn't she? Ronnie's had the baby. The one with the boobies. Uh-oh! Houston. We have a problem. What's going on there? If someone can tell me, uh-oh, he's got meatball knuckles. He's got extra big arms. And that neck. I've got problems with these two. That's for sure. Is this after he came back to England? He's doing the devil horns as well, look. How many markers do you want? You got two blokes wearing women's lingerie. You got Ronnie doing the devil horns. Every rose has its boys. Let's go back. Ronnie! Ronette, I'm going to call you from now on. Oh, your husband's got a big neck, hasn't he, there? That's quite an Adam's apple you got there, sir. Suits you, sir. Let's go back again. No, I've gone too far. Wait, there we go. I want that one. Right, Gates on Ronnie Biggs. Is that the wife? I've got to ask, why is that bone so much longer than this bone? He's bulked up, lot. He's got a bigger muscle than this one, because I don't want you to realise how big that muscle is there, because it's long. This is a short arm, look, and this is a long arm. He looks like Bernard Manning a bit there. I'm seeing Bernard Manning. Let's go back. Who's that? Is that Ronnie? Oh, look at this lot. 3 great train robbers. I've got 2 of them there in full mints, look. Look at them. Abbey Road. What a world we live in. I don't know if that's Ronnie Biggs. I don't think it is. He got away. I'm still seeing that English celebrity. Who is this? That is not Ronnie Biggs. Stop lying. It's not Ronnie Biggs. It's in line though. That is not Ronnie Biggs. Ronnie Biggs. Keep saying Ronnie Biggs. It's not Ronnie Biggs, is it? That is not Ronnie Biggs. I don't care what you say. It's another one. It must be another one of them. Minces though. Just like Ronnie. Let's just put walking in and see if we can get any more. I've got 3. I don't need any of this. Is that you coming down the stairs? I don't care if you're on a cane. A woman, finally. Look at this woman here as well. Look at the state of that diamond, that flamingo foot, that broken leg. Stepping over a piece of invisible dog poo, look. Woman, bodyguard, police officer. Ronnie's also a woman, leg and foot wanting to go out. I don't care about the crutch. I know what I'm seeing. So they're all in the club. I don't get. Look, here's another one. Gangster. Suit don't fit. Hips too wide. Arms too short. Feet too small. I don't know who that is. Is that Jude Law? No, that's the son of Ronnie Biggs. Has anybody got any doubts now? Eh? This is Ronnie Biggs' son. Look at that. It don't come no cleaner, no straighter, no clearer than that. No matter what you think about my face analysis, the skeleton doesn't lie. Right? It's just I can see the face clearer than you. That's all it is. These are all women. Ronnie Biggs' son with a shoulder tilt, the short arms, the suit too big, the small feet, the wide hips, the crossed legs. It's a woman. Final answer. All the great train robbers are women. It's all a lie. Your whole life has been masterminded by Satan. It's been ruled over. They gave you a reality and you believed it. I get called crazy because I can see it and what's going on. And it doesn't bother me. Orson Welles said anyone discovering the truth in the start of the 21st century would be deemed a lunatic and crazy by their friends, peers and family. But yet I get more respect from absolute strangers than I do my best friends. It's like they look down on me so much, as if you could know that. As if you're smart enough to work that out. It's a conspiracy punch. You've been watching too much internet stuff. You've been watching too much TV stuff. All of that. All of the TV is their media. On the internet you get a chance to listen to someone like me. That's the difference. That is the difference. They still rule the internet. All the truthers that you love and adore are flipped. I haven't found a normal one yet when they've got all them followers. I know I've trained loads of you to do this and I've taught you it properly. And you know I have. And the sincerity in my voice, you can hear it, right? I know I've trained you well. By pictures you send me, comments you make. I know that you've understood and you've listened to me. I know that you found God, most of you. And that's what matters. That's what all this is about. Saving the next load of children from Satan. I just don't care. I don't care what they say. They can say I'm on drugs. I don't care. I get it all the time, Ryan. You a crackhead. You a smackhead. I've never touched the stuff in my life. Never chased the dragon. Never injected myself. In my heyday, I dropped a lot of E's and acid, I'll tell you that, in my young teens. I did a lot of acid. I did enough acid to sink a battleship. I did. LSD just, it blew my mind. It did for many years as a teenager. And then ecstasy for a year or two, and then I was done with it all. By about, I don't know, 20, 21, I was done. Never touched it since. God kept me safe from all that stuff. Common sense, if you want to call it common sense, told me not to take heroin, not to use cocaine, crack cocaine, whatever. I never did any of it. Is that them running on the beach? There's some odd shapes there, look, flamingo foot. 3 gates, I think, is what I'm going on. But if you don't believe his gate, then you have to believe his son's, the daughter. Here's another one. Is that the daughter again? Look at that flamingo foot, that broken leg, separation at the knees, twisting of the hip, tilting of the shoulder. It's game over. You can no longer hide from us. In plain sight, and that's exactly what it is. They've been hiding in plain sight. A woman in a tailored suit. And if you don't believe me, there she is telling you. She's in the White Rabbit Club. It's shocking that I didn't see it sooner. I wish I had. I wish I'd seen it sooner. I could have cut away all the dead negativity and negative people in my life a lot sooner. God kind of did it. When I realised what was going on, it did shock me, but he showed me, and he showed me. Jesus said you're not going to like the answers. And I didn't like the answers that my friends gave me, what they actually thought of me, what my brother thinks of me. But that's what makes us different, you see. Because we wouldn't have done that to them, would we? We wouldn't have treated them like that. But maybe it is just down to IQ. But I don't believe it is. I think it's your spirit. I think you've got more of Abel in you than you have of Cain. I never thought I'd believe in heaven and hell. I never thought I'd believe in God, and then I don't believe in God. I know there's a God. So if there's a God, there must be a heaven. And if there is a heaven, there must be a hell for what these people have done to us. And for what I have done to others. I am not free of this realm. I was caused to sin, and I sinned all by myself. I had no moral compass, no spiritual guide, no Jesus, no God. And that's what Satan wants in this world, everybody to be lost. And now, I don't feel lost anymore, and I know you don't. And all you want is your friends and family to feel that comfort, right? that power that God changes in you, the glory of God. You want them to see the glory of God. That's all it is, right? That first moment when I realised God existed and there was no doubts in my mind, I was hysterically crying. I was so sad. Because if God's real and Jesus came down on the cross and died for us all and suffered that fate because of me and you, that's an all-loving God, isn't it? He changed everything about me. He really did. I can still rant and rave like I used to. Sometimes I do, over the stupidest things as well. Last time was because Rach downloaded Call of Duty before I did. And then he was playing it and I couldn't download it, so I was fuming. I was sat on the couch 12 o'clock at night after I'd finished my stream, ranting and raving because I couldn't get online. And he's so like me but not like me, you know, because he is his own person. I did a good job with him, I know I did, but he's still his own man. And he just, I love you to bits if you're listening. I can't believe what's happened to him. He got something in his eye. He only rang me today. 10 days you waited, you little div. I could have took you to hospital and everything. He got something in his eye. And he went to the hospital to get it looked at because it was killing him. And they gave him some drops and said, put this in his eye. I kid you not. When he took his glasses, his shades off earlier on because he can't look at open light at the minute, his eyes look like Dracula's. You know in the movies, when you see Dracula's eyes, I've never, just so bloodshot. And then he put them in and he said it nearly burnt my eye out, Dad. So I was ringing around loads of people. I went back. They said it was hay fever, Dad. They gave me this medicine and some more drops. I put them in and then it really went bad. He said it practically blinded me. I couldn't see more than 10 feet in front of myself. All foggy and misty. And then he said he went to an optician's and the optician's, I can't remember what he called it. He had an allergic reaction to both medicines because he didn't need them. They prescribed the wrong medicines to him and wrong diagnosis twice and really messed his eyes up. And the optician said you need a shot of steroids, nothing else, just a shot of steroids in you, a drop of steroids in each of your eyes. So he went back and they tried saying it. He said, don't you tell me nothing, I've got a note here. The doctor snatched the note off him and wouldn't give him the note back from the optician. Evidence. I said, did you Photoshop it? He said, Carl said, photograph it. He said, I did, Dad, yes. Hiding his own medical negligence, the shithead. Excuse my language, but it is. You should see Rach's eyes. They looked horrific. I was so bothered when I saw him. I was, son, if you're listening, I was so bothered. As if you didn't tell me sooner. You said you had conjunctivitis. They said he had conjunctivitis. That's what he did tell me. He said he had conjunctivitis, but he hasn't rang me since to tell me what actually happened. But for 2 weeks he hasn't been able to see out of his eyes. It's been like, when he showed me, I said it like that for 2 weeks. He said, worse. There was even redder. Then he showed me a picture of what Liv had taken of his eye. And honestly, it looked like Count Dracula's eye when he's sucking blood. I was like, oh my gosh. Hello, claims direct. Oh, look at this. Playing the great train robber, Stephen, what's his name? Look at the broken leg. Look at the zigzags, the flamingo fall. Don't matter. They can't hide. Tiny little female skeleton, small sloping shoulders, arm hanging akimbo to the body. Just the way a woman's does. Look at the twins. Look at Ronnie and Reggie Cray. They were gangsters. No, look at the state of them legs. No, they're not. Chicken nom-noms on that one. Reggie Cray had gorgeous legs. Ronnie, the nut job apparently. They all hung around together. They were all friends with the great train robbers. mincing lot. Your greatest, the biggest pair of English gangsters known to man or women. Same with Al Capone, John Gotti, John Gotti. It's all the same. I live in a flip-flop world where they control everything, including the drugs trade. That's why there are drugs on the streets, because of these people. The bad drugs, the horrible drugs that cause people to lose touch with reality. Not just the reality, but their own personalities are destroyed. I've met a person in the last 10 years that I used to know really well and have absolutely ruined their lives on these rotten drugs that are available to people. And they make them cheap enough for the poor people to use, you know. Depopulation. Not just in the physical sense, but in the mental sense. Just removing the spirit and characters of real people since we got here. Ronnie Biggs, you're an absolute tart and flip-flop. Those trousers alone, the width across your breadbasket there tells me everything I need to know. Let's go back. Let's take the gates. I'll take that Stairfail. Phil Collins acted the role. You're right, another flip-flop, right? I remember now, yeah. I need love, love to ease my mind. Judge Michael Argyle, who once sentenced the great train robbers, has got arms akimbo, elbows out, shoulder tilted, hip twisted, and has a broken leg. Thanks a lot. Thanks for playing CSI with me. Not only are the robbers in it, not only are the police in on it, but the judge is also a flip-flop. Are you getting this yet? When I tell you it's all of them, it's all of them. There are no exceptions. Everything you've ever read from the newspapers is a lie. A fabricated lie. Everything you know is a lie. Even when you think you know. I know there's no God. Lie. You're a liar. You are of your father. He looks like that actor, I can't remember his name, American actor, from about the same period. For like, not Charlton Heston, but it looks a bit like Charlton Heston as well. I can't remember his name. Those hips there, we're done. Everywhere you go, you always take your childbearing hips with you. Everywhere you go. Oh, look at that. If you want to tell me that God doesn't exist, then that's your prerogative, it's your opinion. But against forensics, you have no effing chance. Still, nobody got who that looks like. We've got him on the list anyway, so we'll wait till we get to him. Bend Over. It looks like Bend Over, the porn star. Not quite as rounded, but very, very similar to the porn star Bend Over. Right, I've got that one. I want to take the soft face as well. Where is it? That one. I'll skull check both. You can deny this all you like, but right there is a 40 or 50-year-old granny whose boobs are growing back, and she can walk up and down Ipanema Beach with them out. I can show it after 9:30 at night and not get a porn strike on that woman there, because it's registered as a man. The world I live in is topsy-turvy, backwards and inside out. Welcome to the show. Ronnie Biggs is a faker. Who's this? Abby Johnson. Didn't we do this one? There were no gates, right? I've got some come back up because I closed the window by mistake. So. Walking. Abby Johnson. Yeah, there's no gates. Yeah, we looked at this one anyway. Next. Jason Wang. Jason Wang. I've got absolutely nothing coming up. I don't know what I'm supposed to be looking at. LinkedIn. Oh, you got no chance. Whatever you wanted here. You should have been more precise. Facebook. Look, you got no chance. I don't know what you're asking for. It's not happening. Next. Nanny Doss. Oh, that don't look like a nanny to me. It doesn't. That looks like a granddaddy. Images. Is that him there? He's a big fella, isn't he? Look at them trousers. You gotta be kidding me. There's grandma right there. I see a grandma here with closer eyes. I see a bowling ball school there with far apart eyes. FTM walked into the bar and the bartender said, "Why the long face and the big fat chicken num num?" All day long. This is a flip flop. Final answer. Is that him there? Oh my gosh, look at those cheekbones. Deep set rectangular eyes. I see a dude. He reminds me of Misery, Kathy Bates. Also, he reminds me of the Mexican drug lord, or the Colombian drug lord. I can't remember what his name is. The only male one, because all the other ones are winning, like Reggie Crayon, all the rest of them. I can't remember what the drug dealer's called, but very similar. It's the blockhead that's doing it. Look at the size of that head. Draw a triangle, and the cheekbones. Widest part of a man's face is his cheek bones below the eyes. There, you can see them starting there. Look, just like the male skull should. Let's go back. Nanny Doss. Nanny Doss, have you got me some gates? I'll take that as your 50-50, I think. Is that you, Nanny Doss? Yep, that's game over. Thanks for playing CSI. You got a head shaped like a Tic Tac, mate, and a beautiful 5 head. And you're doing a flamingo foot. Straight ear, straight legs. It's dude. Final answer. Griselda Blanco. That's the one, Ryan. Griselda Blanco. Look at the state of this monster. Griselda. As if we've got that name. The name suits him though, doesn't it? It's come up, look. How close is that? It's almost a spitting image. Look at that. That's what I'm talking about there. That blockhead. That's the real Godfather there. That is a Godfather. And if I take you straight back to Nanny Doss, he's got a blockhead. Oof. Same look, same deranged look. That one reminds me of Jezebel a bit, actually. Stick a beard on it. Nanny Doss, absolutely a man. Male gait. Male stride there as well. I've got one gait, I'm happy with it. Because it's definitely a male stride. Is that him as well? It is. Smiling for the camera and that, yeah? Killed, I don't know, killed 100 people, didn't he? Allegedly. Cooked food for them all. I'm not having another one of them biscuits. Is that Nanny Doss's husband? No. Oh, it might be. I don't think it is. I don't think that one is, actually. That might be someone he killed. I don't know. Didn't look like him. Right, I think I'm done. One gate, Nanny Doss. I'll take it. Walking, double check. Shit, the man. He's a big fella, isn't he? Look at that neck. I don't know who that is, but he's a big fella. That's not Eileen Warnos, is it? I don't know who that is, but that's a big fella. I just got one question. Whose chin and jawline is that? That's a fucking thing. Another nanny. That's not nanny. That's a daddy. That's a grampy. It's another grampy. Oh, we're living in Flip-Flopville. That's probably a boy. He's got rectangle shaped eyes, I'm telling you now. He's got a big neck. I don't know who that is, but he's got a big neck, lad. We're out of pictures. We'll take what we've got. Nanny Doss is a dude, according to that gate right there. I said he had big hands, didn't I? LMT, next. I think I'll take that as your 50-50, and we're out of here. There you go. A spitting image of Griselda Blanco, wouldn't you say? Next. King Von. This is the one I haven't done. I did the other two, Lil Durk, and the other one's already on the list, but this one I don't know. She's got her baps out here. Titties! Oh my... The money! The money's doing an S-curve down his spine, look! Look at his hips! That's ace. That is ace. The money's bending round his hips. Look how wide she is. Widest below the crotch, look. Till the cows come home, that's a woman. Final answer. A woman spreads from just underneath the elbow and continues to spread outwards all the way down below the crotch. Bink, it's a woman. Final answer. Queen Von. Queen Von. I love the way that's following his hip line. Do you know what? I might take that picture. We might do something with it. But that right there is a woman. And the money is literally bending at his elbow lock, coming back out, following his hip line lock, and then back in. Final answer, that's a woman. We're going to need a 50-50. Look at those look at those eyes. She looks like butter won't melt. She's got beautiful lips. She's stunning. Like Tupac. Tupac would have been gorgeous. Absolutely stunning. See, a real biological woman, I don't care what colour you are. I do not. All I care about is that you're not a man. To just look at the eyes. She's smouldering. She is so... She looks sad, doesn't she? She does. She looks real sad there. Is that him as well? Oh, we're done. Look how close together those eyes are. And usually African women have quite wide eyes and bigger skulls. I've got a ski with back leg. Look at that broken leg. Done. It's a woman. Final answer. Like Cartman says, I got big bones. And I think that's what it is. Stronger, bigger bones. Rachel's dentist told me one time when I was talking about teeth, and she said, from her own experience, she says she would like nothing more than to deal with only the white men, because a black man has such a dense mandible. These are the words she used. Such a dense jawbone, a mandible. He has such a dense mandible that she can spend twice as long trying to uproot a tooth out of it. The teeth are longer, the jaw's bigger, and it holds tighter. The root of the tooth is held tighter into the jaw. And that came from a dentist. She said when she sees an African male come into the chair, she said, I start sweating because I spend twice as long trying to get the tooth out. Maybe it's just because she's a woman, I don't know. Saying that, the Polish doctor, the Polish dentist that did my tooth last month, she had it straight out, no problems. Bink, absolutely a woman. Final answer. Is that a gait or is he standing? Oh, it's a posture. Woman, foot tilted outwards. Look. Obviously, that diamond in there doesn't happen with a real man. A biological man. Someone keeps asking me on Twitter, what is a biological man? Well, if you come and watch this channel, you'll find out. I post it every day. There's the channel. But yet nobody sees it. Look, hardly anybody sees it. Someone posted this. It's nice to have a president with balls and a first lady who doesn't. Do you want to tell them? Or shall I? Look at those minces on Donna. And then you got Maylenia. Male stairgate on the stairs, fail. Male gate versus Donna's inward pointing legs. So easy. And Shawnee, thank you for posting this one. Right there. Marlenia's cock and balls. Dive! That's obviously a penis, twice. We've seen them many times. Nice pictures, Shawnee. But not a Hindu. What do I mean by bio-male technically characteristic? Someone's answered. Who answered? There's no such thing. You're a male or female. Yeah, bio-male. There's only bio-male or bio-female. You're one or the other. And what are the characteristics? Well, you've got to watch my videos. Come to my channel and watch my videos. It's pretty simple. There's training videos. There's videos with people on the streets where I go into all of this with absolute strangers, and within 20 minutes, some people are only 5 minutes. 5 to 20 minutes, I've got people seeing what I see. And we've said it before and I'll say it again. You can never unsee it. Once that door opens and the kingdom of heaven opens up, you automatically see the big teeth versus the little teeth. The far apart rectangular eyes versus the close set rounded eyes. The sloping back forehead, the widest in the hairline forehead. The flat forehead, the Bart Simpson cut, whatever you want to call it. And the lion's smile is so obvious. The male is bigger than the female. The female is bigger than the male. Only in celebrities. Let's go back. What was I going to show you? I was going to show you something. Oh yeah, I think I did. What's his name? He wants to know what the markers are. Well, I show you every day. This is the gate. This is the important one for you to learn. Because once you can tell the difference in a man and woman walking, it doesn't matter about the face. People get hung up on the face. When the face is done correctly with a 50-50 skull, and you don't have to move the skulls or change the sizes, as soon as you place a skull on, one will fit. I've shown it so many times. There are lots of people out there put the wrong skulls on people. I know a lot of you have had it done to you, and I feel guilty because I'm the one that started all this off. But at the end of the day, you know what you are. And if I was to take a 50-50 picture of you, I know what I'd get if I put the female or male on it. It's that simple. Real people aren't afraid to show the faces like this. All these so-called teachers of forensics that won't do it, won't even show you the gate, let alone the face. They want to show you pictures of the sonar images of them having a baby. Here's a sonar image of my baby. Yeah, blah, 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 blah. Just walk down the stairs. Walk 20 paces towards the camera, 20 paces back. Up and down some stairs. Game over. If you're a man, it'll show. If you're a woman, it'll show. Full stop. But you daren't, dare you? You daren't do it. Because you are of your Father. And that's the difference. I can literally stand in the light. I can bask in the truth of God. Bask in it. I've made mistakes. I'm a sinner. I know. Jesus paid for my sins in advance because I didn't know what I was doing. I love the word, the truth. And before you tell me I'm a Bible basher, don't even get me started. There's lots of truth in the Bible, an abundance of it. But there are things in there that I absolutely disregard. I know who's talking to me. It's a jeweler, it's a slaver, it's a banker, it's a king talking to me, not God. Jesus is King of Kings, bitches. All you fake kings and queens, because you drag kings and drag queens. Jesus is the only one that's real, you bastard. I nearly swore. You bitches. That's why you hate his name. Because when he comes back, when the Son of Man returns, he's going to kick ass. And these people know it. And they hate him because he loves them. He's going to do it because he loves them. Right, yeah, that's it. That does still make me laugh though. Tyson Fury. You're gonna grow a woman with human growth hormones, 6'9". You're gonna cut off her breast. You're gonna give her testosterone to make her grow body hair and face hair and deepen her voice, but you cannot hide the hips. And when you realise that God made women with these giant bums, chicken nom-noms, that when you do this to a woman and she tries to wear male trousers, she gets a second set of arse cheeks. She got two arses, look. I do believe they call it back fat. Pork chop. Right, let's go back. Back to where we were. Von King Von, whatever his name is, no, Queen Von. It's game over. I've already got 4 gates, I think. Let's go to walking. We'll just pick off your minces. Walking. That's a nice one. That's a belt. That's an absolute pink. Pink to make boys wink. Elbows out, arms akimbo. They cannot hide. Look at the gap. He's getting on an invisible motorbike, look. There's a house shape there, look. A McDonald's arch, whatever you want to call it. Men's legs don't look like this, women's do. Women stand like this, not men. We stand with straight legs. Now let's go back. Look at that, even the artwork did it. Gave them both. Both of them have got minces. I love it. Forensics is so wonderful. It's so eye-opening. We should have all been taught biology like this from the age of 4, and we would have seen it so soon. We wouldn't have, look at this. What's going on with that policeman's? That's a woman. She got small feet. Look at the curve on the back leg. You gotta be kidding me. That's a woman. That is a woman. They painted a woman with a big fat chicken nom nom noms. She got black girl nom nom. She has. She got African nom noms. Papa got sweet tooth tonight. We go back. Shaniqua. I got junk in my trunk. It doesn't matter what they try now. It's game over as far as I'm concerned. The growth hormones, the drinking of testosterone to deepen the voice and grow a beard, none of it helps you anymore. And a lot of them get funny voices like the Jezebel. Sound like they're on helium. Sound like an hairdresser. I wonder how many times I've mistaken a gay guy and it's actually a woman when I thought, oh, it's a gay guy. And it's not, it's a woman in disguise. Right, let's go back. I've got that. That'll be the third time I've saved that picture. Get lost. Save image. State of those legs. And what's she grabbing? Literally, what is she grabbing? She's rubbing a taco. That's what she's doing. She ain't got no balls there. It makes me laugh because these people are Satan's children. They know Satan exists. You don't. For most of the people that are listening who don't understand any of this, you don't understand that Satan's real. They know Satan's real. That's why they've copied his image. They look like Satan. God will recognise them in an instant. When they die and the spirit goes up, I hope the spirit looks like that. God goes, they walk straight into the pearly gates, brought before God. God looks at them and says, who's this? This is Lil Durk. This is Lil Durk, right? Lil Durk right here. Lil Durk gets there. God looks at him and says, morning, Diane. I made you a girl. You were born a girl. Why do you look like this? Imagine trying not to look like a fool in front of God at that point. They know they're going to meet him. And then he casts them down, right? They want to be with Satan. Satan's lied to them, told them and given them loads of stuff in the afterlife. The only thing he's got for you is a bottomless pit and a lake of fire. I want to go to heaven. I want to see the pearly gates. I want to be with the people I've lost and loved in my life. You know why? Because they all know the truth now. The people I've lost, Jace, one of my oldest best friends, committed suicide, bless him. Couldn't handle the world. The way I treated you, Jay. I ignored you, didn't I, mate? Your best friend. Because all of our friends, my brother, his brothers, we were all close. And Jace ended up on heroin and went off the tracks. He won't like us anymore. But I still spoke to him all the time, even with his faults. I told him, stealing from your family, stealing from your sister. When he came round and he was upset and everybody hates me, Spud, he used to say, and I used to tell him it's because you're stealing off him. And he used to cry and tell me, I can't help it, I need the drugs. The only reason those drugs exist is because of Satan, because of these people, his minions. In a real world, those drugs would not exist. If they did, they'd be for people who wanted to do them in a controlled area, F off over there. You want to do that, there it is, throw your life away. But I'll tell you this, by the time that happens, they're going to know God exists. They're not going to want them drugs. The way I never wanted them anyway in my life. They're not going to want those drugs because they know God's real. They're not going to want to hate women because they know God's real. There'll be no sex trafficking if it's real because they know God's real. There'll be none of this stuff because you will know what you are doing. That's the revelation. You won't be able to say, I didn't know Jesus, I didn't know Jesus. Yeah, you didn't know Jesus. I didn't know Jesus until I got to 40 years old. People are like, how can you believe a Masonic book? Look, I don't put my faith in that book. I didn't need the book to realise God existed. I didn't need a pastor, a pope, a preacher. I needed no one and nothing. The kingdom of God laid within me, dormant, sleeping. And when he woke me up, the hysteria and then the sadness that I received from him, and then it was like I was jacked into the mains for about 8 hours. It felt like I was literally jacked into an electrical source that just kept feeding me truths all night long. And I'll tell you now, there's not a drug on earth that comes close to realising that God exists. Nothing. I haven't taken the hard drugs, heroin, coke and that. Well, I've done a little bit of cocaine, not crack and all that. But I've never done those ayahuascas or anything like that. I've never done any of those crazy drugs. And I'm telling you now, nothing comes close to realising that God exists. Nothing. Nothing I've taken, not an ecstasy, not an acid tab, nothing came close to that feeling of being close to God. Because that's what I felt like instantly. I felt like I was being rocked in his arms. And I'll tell you what. I just want to go right back there, that feeling, and I can't get it back. I've tried and I've tried. The closest I've come to that feeling is this. When I discovered this. It came close to knowing God was real. So did Flat Earth. Flat Earth came close. The discovery, the lie, the realisation of what's going on and where I live. It came close, but still nothing comes close to knowing that God exists. People are like, how can you be sure? Because of the world I'm living in. I wouldn't be having this conversation. I wouldn't be in this world. This is the only world. God created it for us. And it's been ruined. Just get rid of money. The root of all evil. Get rid of it. It's not the love of money, it's money. The Bible says the love of money is the root of all evil. No, it's not. Money is the root of all evil. Again, that's the banker changing words, translations. Jesus' words would have been, I'm telling you now, we get rid of money. Not working hard days labour and all this. You can work in hard days labour without getting paid for it. Lots of people do it. If we all worked for free, we'd never want for anything. You wouldn't want for clothes, you'd never go hungry, you'd have a roof over your head, no one would be homeless, no one would be starving. What a world. That would be like heaven on earth, wouldn't it, where everything's free. Because if you want to try and tell me for an instant that God charges rent and buy the kilo on the apples and sugar or whatever, you're full of shite. Again, talking to the banker, the grocer, whatever. I'm mortified with this world now. I can see it for what it is. Hate the place. Jesus warned me that I'd hate it. And it hates me back because I'm not of it. When I get to heaven, I'm going to sit down with mum and dad and I'm going to tell them both how sorry I truly am. I'm going to sit down with Jace. I know you're listening, Jay. I'm truly sorry, man, that I wasn't there for you. I tried to be. And that day, he topped himself. He came to my flat. And because all the others were there, my brother and two of his other brothers, who hated him because he nicked the little sister's ghetto blaster for her birthday and sold it. They were there, and so I couldn't let him up. I could have let him up, but they'd have just argued and gone mental and hated him even more. And it's not what he needed to be told how bad he was. He knew how bad he was. He knew what the drugs had done to him. They've put drugs out there that have ruined my friends and families all over the world. They've ruined families all over the world, and it's on purpose. To ruin people's lives. What's supposed to be a glorious moment for all of us. Living, growing, having children, having a family. Teaching everything downward that you've learnt through your life, your mistakes to your grandchildren, and then going to be with the one who created you. That's how it's supposed to be. But nobody believes that anymore. Nobody can even imagine that that's true. They think that the monkeys descended from apes on a spinning ball in an ever-expanding universe. It's truly, truly horrific, the lies that they've told. Lie after lie upon lie upon lie. And when I found out that God existed, I was hysterically sad. First I was hysterically laughing because I knew the world wasn't spinning and that water was level. I couldn't stop laughing. And I keeled over onto my side after about, 60 seconds, to the point that my sides were splitting in pain. And then I just instantly sat upright, like Robocop when he snaps out of his dream. Just sat upright, with not even a beat or a sound coming out of me, just in utter silence and shock. Because at that moment, after laughing at the flat earth, I realised God existed. And then I started to weep uncontrollably. And to this day, I've never been that sad in my life. I don't ever want to be that sad again. I could already see his power and his glory without him even letting me think about it and mull it over in my head. About his creation and trees, plants, citrus fruits, butterflies with numbers and letters on them. And he has all the power, the kingdom, the glory, it's all his. God Almighty. Praise be to God in the highest. I am not worthy. I'll be the first to tell you I'm not worthy. But I'm trying. We're going to find out everything that was done, because everything that was done in the dark is being brought into the light. If the cloning thing exists, there'll be damn good proof of it, not just looky-likey pictures. Because if you kill Lil Durk and replace him with a clone, that clone's got to have exactly the same persona, personality, the same dialect, the same catchphrases, everything. You want me to believe that you could take my hair, clone me in a bag, get a full-grown adult in however long it takes, a few days or whatever. You've got this body, then you inject my personality, and there's no way on earth you can put a human brain on a computer chip. Don't talk shite. There isn't a computer chip, not a quantum computer, nothing that even comes close. Alright, they can add up, subtract, do multiple tasks all at once, way better than a human, I agree. It's a computer. But the computer does not have a soul. It does not have a spirit. It does not have living intellect, is what it doesn't have. It's a beast system. I want that picture. Can we get it bigger? That'll do nicely. Clean that. Oh, it's Facebook. There's a nice one. King Von. Yeah. We'll take that one. It's a bit small, but I'll take it. Save the image. That's right. The ones that never get caught are flippers. And when they do get caught, Sandra, just like Ronnie Biggs, they either escape or they're not even in. It's like Tommy Robinson. If you believe for 1 minute that Tommy Robinson spent a day in Clink, you're an idiot. You couldn't put that flip-flop in main circulation. Just on the off chance that something happens to her. Let's say she has to go for a shower in front of all the other dudes. This, you little vagina. Right there. You cannot put this small-faced, coffee-beaned, rounded-eyed, arched eyebrows, small, high-set ears, pink lips, sloping jaw, subcutaneous layers of fat, sloping-shouldered woman into a real prison with real men. Firstly, you're going to put them in what will either be a double room or triple room or 6-bed room. So he's got to share the cell with multiple people. Then you've got to make sure all those people in the room are like him. That's the only way you could get away with this. Because the minute this person takes his clothes off in front of his pad mates, the minute this person has to take a dump, take a dump on the toilet in front of his pad mates, it's game over. Why are you not standing to pee, Tommy? Tommy's a girl. They're all in on it. This one wants you to be racist. He wants you to hate Muslim people. Wants you to hate the Quran, Allah. Wants you to hate all of it. The only religion that matters is his, and it's satanic. His, and it's satanic. It goes under many different names, some of which I'm not allowed to mention. Prison. Tommy Robinson coming out of prison. Now what? Wow! Doesn't look like it. Reminds me of the Jezebel. It really does. Look at them soft eyes. Not wonky like the Jezebels, but there you go. Looks like King Jezebel. Let's go back. No, this is the recent pictures of Tommy getting out of prison. We're looking for the older ones. This one. Now, for those of you that are forensically trained and understand this backwards and forwards, I only have to show you this picture. And I know for a start, right, I want 2 markers. Give me 2 markers. What are the key markers straight away? You should all know them. There are 2 markers straight away. One is absolutely obvious. 2 markers, what are they? I'm thinking of 2 markers straight away that tell you that that's a woman. You should be able to get them both in an instant. Hello, John. How are you doing? Is anyone else coming? Hello, Sandra. I didn't say hello, Sandra. Sorry. Hello, everybody. If you come late, I said hello, Ryan, didn't I? I did. Jane Tillett told my daughter about Tyson Fury. She was like, "No way, he's got massive hands." Women can have big hands, but they're just not going to be big as men's. I'm telling you. I know a guy who holds a pint glass, and he's nowhere near as big as Tyson Fury. He's still a big man though, 6-footer. When he holds a pint glass, it looks like a half pint glass. To this day, I've never seen a man with hands like it, fingers like it. He's got fingers like Wall's sausages. Bangers, Walls. Q line, absolutely. That's the obvious one. The Q line, the cross legs. I expect you to get it. And now you're all stringing the second answer in, which is arms akimbo. Exactly. Well done, Rachel. Well done, Ryan. And anybody else who put in line, sloping shoulders, Anna went for. Yep, sloping shoulders, but it's the arms akimbo from them sloping shoulders that you should have noticed first. Remember, the arm akimbo is better than the sloping shoulder to look at because it creates a shoulder tilt. The short upper arm versus the arm that wants to bend around the hip look. It wants to curl back round so it stays away from this area here. Of course, the big trousers. But you've got it. Cross legs, arms akimbo tell you that Tommy Robin's son, the son of Man Code, is a woman. And she is. She's a little tart, causing hatred among English people. It's all by design. What they want is a Christian Muslim outrage. That's what they want. That's what they're going for. That's why they're doing Iran and all the rest of it at the minute. Religion is a way to control us. I agree. But I'm not religious. I know there's a God. I know there's lots of truth in the Bible, but I am no part of that religion. You got to hear me when I say that. I'm not a Christian. I'm a follower of Christ. There's a difference. Christians are dumb, panicky people who can't acknowledge that the world's flat, that it's not spinning, that lava is coming up from hell, the ground below you, because it's hot down there. Hot, I say. Christians still believe in evolution. God created all the animals and we're descended from the animals. You dicks. You absolute dicks. And it's all spread by liars like this. She-males. That's what it is. It's a she-male. It's a shim. That's the original word that I came up with for this type of person. Is a shim. I saw a she and a him. And I called them shims. I coined so many phrases at the start of this. Shims. Came from me. It's a shim. And you can't change it once you can see it. It's a woman walking. Never spent a day in prison in her life. And if she did, she was padded up with other women like this. And not let into main circulation. Never showered with a... Imagine Tommy Robinson getting into the male showers in a prison and one of the bank robbers or somebody like that spots he's got a vagina. What's going to happen to Tommy? I'm telling you. End of story. This person has never been near a prison. These photos are all set up of him coming through those doors. When he went into prison, they would have ferried him out either underground tunnel or in a white van, just ferried him out. He'd have spent 3 months in the Hilton, the Royal Hilton, in Xanadu. He wouldn't even have been in our, he might have been in our country, but I'd say they're sending to Xanadu. What's Xanadu, Podge? It's the faraway lands. Xanadu. When you realise that you are second rate, prisons are only for the likes of you and I. And the only reason prison exists is because of the world, the society that they have allowed and moulded. They moulded this prison system that there will be thieves, there will be robbers, there will be bank robbers, there will be rapists, there will be thieves. They designed it all. It's Satan's world, Tubal Cain's world. But it's all got to stop. The book that they translated says it comes to an end. Revelations is going to happen. And one way or another, God is going to show himself to this world. Jesus said that every knee will bow. Every knee. That includes these bitches. Going to drop to the knees. The power and the glory. The glory and the power will drop them to their knees. Even if they don't want to. They'll be forced to go down on bended knee before him. That's the power and glory of God. Only when I bow my knee, I will not be bowing my head in shame like I would have done before. The shock and horror that the earth's flat and I didn't notice that it's not spinning, that water's level, that men are women and women are men, that I can't see 93 million miles. I can't see 250,000 miles to the moon, dickheads. Ask any optician what the range of vision of a human eyeball is. Detachable penises. They probably do. You know, there's a picture of, I can't show it, Jerry Lee Lewis and Dean Martin in the shower washing cocks. And people always send it to me. Look, Jerry Lee Lewis has got a cock. No, he hasn't. That's just a picture. It might look like he's holding a cock. It don't mean he's a cock. Just like Jerry Lewis isn't a man, you div. You want me to believe that picture? A picture they produced for me to see at this point in my life. Jerry Lee Lewis. Jerry Lewis, get out of my face. Anybody? I've seen Peter Beardsley's bollocks. They fell out his shorts in a football match. There's loads of pictures of footballers with the balls dropping out. I can't bring them up. Go do your own research on plastic willies and phalloplasters and all the rest of it. Go do your own research. All the answers are here on my channel. Some of the things I can't talk about. I don't want to talk about them. But at the end of the day, it's your responsibility. I've told you about the surgeries. Go watch my videos. I talk about all these things. I don't show you the pictures because I can't. You've got to go do it on your own. I was done on almost the first surgery that I looked at. I looked at a couple of other little bits, but I was done just on an animation of what they're doing. I was done, but then I had to have a look and see what it looked like, and it's disgusting. Mutilating your own body without knowing that you're doing it in Satan's name to look like Satan. All these people that have done it wouldn't have done it if they knew. If they knew God existed and that they were trying to make themselves look like Satan instead of God. Maybe when the spirit leaves the body, maybe the spirit's missing the breasts, and they get to God and, you know, God says, "Where's your boobs, Tommy?" God looks down and says, "Where's the breasts I gave you, Tommy?" Why's your name Tommy? I called you Tommy. I don't know. I don't know if the spirit misses these body parts as well when you do this to your temple. Maybe you've done it to your spirit as well. And when it rises up and God looks at you, he goes, "I created a girl, what's happened?" I don't know how God's going to react to any of this and us. I don't. If I was God, I would have stopped this show a long time ago. I wouldn't have had the patience for it. Or the love. Look, for the love of God. That's why we say it. For the love of God, man. So, sometimes, I wish I didn't know all this stuff. I do. I think how easy would it be just to go back to sleep and be a magician again, say that the world's a globe, tell people I'm descended from monkeys, take whatever masks and quack scenes they want to force on me. But that would be the easy way out, wouldn't it? Just to not acknowledge him again. You can't anyway. I can't. I know I can't. It'd be blasphemy. Blasphemy of the Holy Spirit that washed over me that night. I'd be blaspheming the Holy Spirit because I know the truth. It set me free. Their freedom, your family, your friends, your brothers, your sisters, their freedom is an illusion that they're free. They work every day. They don't ask questions. They pay the taxes. They do everything that they're told. They even followed instructions just so they could go on holiday. They had the jibby jabby just to go on holiday. There isn't anything in this world that will move me away from God ever again. Nothing. Not even my own brother. Not even a ratio. If a ratio turn around, Dad, you're wrong. It's a ball. We're wrong, Dad. There's nothing I can do about it. That's not going to happen. I made from the shore. You see, Hitler, or someone said it, when you take a child up until the age of 5 or 7, they'll give you the man. Whatever you put in that boy, girl, up until that age, 5 to 7, is how they're going to be when they're older. Is the man or woman they'll grow into. I got raised just at that age, 7 years old, just as I was teaching him gravity. We'd spent 3 weeks, 3 weekends, because I had him Saturdays and Fridays and Sundays. We spent 3 weekends trying to get gravity into his head and how it works, because he just couldn't fathom it. And I know why, because I was lying to him. How does it stick to the ball? But it's spinning, Dad. It'll fly off. All the answers he had for me, and I was going, no, it's gravity. And then flat earth happened. And when I found this subject, there was no way I was going to let my boy grow up in this world believing in these false, fake, Jezebel-looking freak show Masons. There was no way I was going to let him do it to him. No way at all. And it saddens me, it really does, that it's happening to my friends' children, it's happening to my brother's child. You know, what is it, 12 years? I bet she don't know the world's flat, does she? I bet you haven't taught her, have you, Dad? See, that's the part that makes me sick if you're listening, Paul. That you, the patriarch, didn't tell your daughter the truth. You didn't give her the option. Not that it's true, you don't even give her the option to learn it, to understand it. You don't even give her the option. Or you're scared that she'll find that truth out and end up on this truth, where she can spot them for herself. Because that's what I wanted for Raish. All my goodness and I've poured into him and everything, he's still his own man. And now he can recognise he doesn't need Dad. He needs the heavenly Dad, Father. That's what he needs. This biological dad, me, the biological dad, I did my bit. I brought him up the best as I possibly could. And God's my witness to this. That I told him the truth. That I told him God existed. From the moment I knew God existed, I told him God existed. So that no one can ever move him from this fact. And we still argue over Jesus, me and Raish. But there's a whole load of Jesus in him. Because like me, God is self-evident. Just look at the world, the creation, the way he paints the sky, at night, everything. Just unbelievable, self-evident. Jesus is something else. It's a journey within yourself to find out how pure you actually are and how tainted Satan's made you. And the biggest hurdle is, are you sorry? Are you truly sorry for the things you've done and said? The people you've made cry? If I could go back and take back every wrongdoing I've ever done, I would. But I can't. Time is linear. The only person with that power is God. And if he does go back day by day, he's going to go after all the child molestering pigs. One by one. You won't even get to touch them children. He'll stop you before you even have the chance. The thought might be there, but he'll be there to take you away instantly. Boom. But I haven't done that, you'll tell him. I haven't done it yet. Doesn't matter if you haven't done it yet. You was going to. In another reality, you did. And that's if he goes back in time. He might not want to. So he can just change it with a blink of an eye, with a snap of his fingers, by his voice. And it will be so. The way he created the world is the way he can go back and destroy it as well. And every rotten piece of garbage like this, because all this person does, all he wants to do is divide Britain. Britain's got a massive community of Muslims all over the place. And I'm telling you, as a magician, I've worked for many different Muslim families. I was treated like a king by just about all of them. Fed, watered, and looked after at all the parties I did. And I did a lot of, I went to Bradford, I went to Barnsley, where there's huge communities, Birmingham, huge communities of people. You see, I've never seen colour. I've never been that racist person. What they wanted me to be. I've never been that person. Agent D, you're here. Ronnie Biggs, who does this look like? That one I said Al Capone, looks like Al Capone and someone else. But he had plastic surgery from that and he looks like that. That's the one. Who does that look like, Agent D? Who does that look like? We already did this one, first one we did. I went on a rant anyway. Donald Trump's in time. Oh yeah! That's my boy. That is my boy right there. Bend over. Spitting image of Bend Over, innit? I didn't say his name, did I? Did I? No, I didn't say his name. Well done, Agent D. Flying colours, mate. Flying colours. I knew you'd get it. Spitting image of Bend Over. I've got Bend Over on this list. But yeah, spitting image of Bend Over. They also said Spike Milligan, and I agree. It does look a bit like Spike, but it looks way more like Bend Over, the porn star. And this is an FTM, so I think we might have an answer. And people are going to say, yeah, but I've seen Bend Over's cock. So have I. But it's not real. It's either a phalloplasty, which is a plastic implant with living tissue around it, and you pump the balls and it inflates like a balloon, and then you push a button on the side and it deflates. It's either that, or they can put a real penis on a woman, which I don't think it is. I think it's phalloplasty, robocox as I call them, to do that. I mean, in my school days, I went to many different schools. I showered with boys always showered together, where everybody could see each other. I never, in all my days at school, looked over at one of my school friends and went, me sideways. That's a big dick. Never have I ever seen that. They come in different sizes, I agree, and some men are bigger than others, I agree. But these porn stars are in a league all of their own. Foot-long penises. I've never ever seen a dick that big, ever. I'm not gay. I've only ever seen them in porn films. Which like Ron Jeremy, John Holmes had the biggest one ever, and both of those are FTM. So I've got a problem also, and like I said, I don't want to go into all the details. I don't care. I just know that the women, I'll know them by the skeletons, by the skull. It doesn't matter about the gender, the genitals, sorry. It's the sex that I'm looking at. You're either one or the other. If they can grow a woman with a penis and it's done inside the womb, that would be your in the utero. But I can't prove it. Right, in a court of law, anybody trying to go against me with that as evidence ain't working, is it? You've got to prove what you're saying. The hermaphrodites and all of this. I can't go with it. As far as I'm concerned, I'm just seeing these. A woman with a penis. Whatever it is, whether it's done in utero or it's a robocock, phalloplasty, whatever you want to call it. Again, I can't show you the pictures of all that. Penises that look like sausage rolls, like a grandma baked sausage roll. Whatever it is, I just don't care. You understand? The kingdom of God is what I'm looking for. These are satanic people that have caused us to sin and abuse each other spiritually, physically, mentally, to a point now where all people post are videos of people hating each other. Ireland, get them all out of Ireland. I keep seeing that all the time. Get them all out of Ireland. They don't belong here. All around the world. Klaus Schwab, before she died, set this all in plan that he was going to move immigrants left, right and centre, and not always good people, I guess, into other countries to cause upset, to cause social unrest. And it's working. They're rioting in all different places. They're just waiting for it to get to boiling point, basically. Hopefully God's going to step in before then and give them all a biology lesson. And they'll see that they're fighting with their own kind, naturals. Man on man, woman on woman, you hate each other because the TV showed you a load of videos, and now you hate people because of the colour of the skin, or because of the language they speak, or because of where they come from. It's the power of God. It really is. I've got that picture. I went on a massive rant. Same image. Done. Got it. King Von's a woman next. Queen Von next. Look at that. That is a king belter of a net. I don't care what you say, that's a bloke. Final answer. What's his name? Laura Dees Bueso. Sweet baby Jesus. That is a double-pronged Adam's apple. That's not an implant. That's a thick, wide trachea on a massive plinth of a neck. Big clavicles. Look at them Westlers hot dogs for the clavicles. Broad-shouldered look. Far apart rectangular eyes. Deep set eyes with a brow bone in the corner look. A short sloping forehead. Low set ears. Almost in line with the lips look. It's a dude. Final answer. That is a man. If you can't see that's a dude, well, I can't help you. That's neck. I'm taking that picture. Neck o'clock, mate. Saved image. Laura Dees Bueso is a man. I don't even need to see the gate. The neck's enough. Did anyone see that video of the Italian president getting questioned? Is it on? Is it here? Look at this. Where is it? Home. JFK, yep. Concrete. $7,000 for that. You kidding me? You'd wanted a whole garden for that, wouldn't you? $7,000 for that. Someone's taking the best out of it. It's crumbling. I'd be crying. Who did that? Is he on? That's on his head. If it's a man. No. This is Samuel Kai, born as a boy, now goes by Kai, K-I-K-A-I. Oh, that has really brought a memory back for me. That's scary. Yeah. Liv Schreiber. They're all doing it to the children. It's a rollout, if you haven't guessed. Oh, you shouldn't be touching other people's girlfriends. I forgot what I'm looking for. Oh yeah, Maloney. Indian street food. I gotta admit though, a lot of them places I would not eat at. It's not just India, it's just street cuisine in general. And some of it looks gorgeous. I'll tell you what I really would like, those, what do they call them in America? Food wagons. We don't have them in England, but they look gorgeous. Some of the food that comes out of them. UK prepares to announce 1 in, 1 out migrant deal with France. 1 in, 1 out. What do you mean? They're going to take one from France, but France has got to take one from England. Is that what they're saying? Oh my gosh. Do you know what? That's mental. Coming across the British Channel like that. There's some of the strongest currents in the world on the British Channel. Right, Maloney, where is it? Stop watching videos, Peter. Why would you give a baby a gun? Oh my gosh. Idiot. I saw one once where they give a Down syndrome boy a Kalashnikov. And just the idea of it, just on the fact that he might pull the trigger and shoot someone. Oh my gosh! Is that Harry Styles? He sits like Nikola Tesla. Why is one of the male icons of young girls' pop era wearing fishnet stockings, sat like a woman? This is the one Bevy says they're gonna make pregnant first. Harry Styles will have a baby first, out of all the celebrities.
Yeah, this and that.
What does this and that mean?
This and that just...
This and that.
Yeah.
What is an adjective?
Adjective. An adjective is like me ejecting something, innit? Ejecting something, obviously, when you're talking, when you're rapping or something, innit?
Oh my, they have destroyed the youth, haven't they? This and that! They've destroyed the youth. They have. Internet has destroyed the youth. Popping wheelies in his mobility cart now, that is a grandad, isn't it, that? How fast does that go? That's motoring. There's no wonder you can pop a wheelie in it.
Go!
Grandad! Donald Trump over there. Strange, that haircut. He looked like Jay Bolsonaro then, the Argentinian president. Strange how an haircut changes the look of a face, doesn't it? That one. He looks like Jay Bolsonaro in that one. He looks like Sergeant, what's his name out of the other in that one.
B stand for in the phonetic alphabet.
Bravo.
Some hard question, you know.
What does B stand for in the phonetic alphabet? Bravo!
Oh my god.
So define the word vague.
I knew this one, you know.
I know you did, I know.
His memory is very vague, isn't it?
I forgot. But I knew I got it on my tongue, but I don't know how to say it.
No, it's fine. I know.
Yeah.
I understand, yeah. In the phonetic alphabet, what does the letter A stand for?
Alpha, come on.
Alphabet.
Almost.
What's 2 times 2? 4. Okay, what's 6 times 2? 2?
8.
6 times 2. Oh my god.
How did you get to 8? What does the letter B stand for in the phonetic
Screwed. This is what they've done to the English
alphabet?
nation. What is that? Oh my gosh. New York. That's New York, really? What is that?
Go back to where you've been. Turn your fucking boats around, there's no room at the inn. It's nothing to do with racism or the colour of your skin. This country's far too full. Get here out. Cheers, Summer.
Oh my gosh. See, when natural people start doing this all over the place, oh my gosh, help himself to the beer. There'll be riots. There will. That's what they're going for. Military control. Where's this video of Maloney? The Liver King. He wants to fight Joe. She wants to fight Joe Rogan. Joe Rogan don't want none of it. She's a big girl though, isn't she? Oh, this one. This one was stealing packages off a woman's front, and she put a package in outside with a box full of Black Widow spiders. And when he opened up the box in his car, a few of them got out and bit him on the face apparently, and he killed them. And he's getting done now for killing the pets because she said they were pets. Because he wanted to press charges against them.
Moments like text.
Black Widow spiders in a box. That'll teach you to steal, won't it? Where's Maloney? This is right. Oh, look at this. 33 years old. It's always 33, father. I can't find it. Search Maloney. Chris Maloney. Wow, that's really weird that it's showing my... Look at this! It's showing my pictures without putting my name in there. That's the first time. Has Elon unghosted my account? Chris Maloney. My head does not look like a sovereign TikTok. I know it doesn't. There, this one. This is it. People are asking, what's wrong with Giorgia Maloney?
Sono politiche espansive.
He's got a deep voice. What's wrong with his eyes? I know what that is. He's off his tits on cocaine, he is.
Non mi pare che risolviamo grandi problemi.
How come they've got all the world's leaders like this? Jacinda Ardern, Zelensky, oh, noses twitching, eyes bulging.
Parlare ieri sera anche del tema dazi. Più del 10% i dazi. Tajani ha detto che va bene così, lei è d'accordo?
Impegnatissima per ottenere questo risultato.
Aumenti sostenibili, ha detto l'Italia, però parliamo comunque di circa 100 miliardi in 10 anni, così è il calcolo.
But there you go. I put it down to cocaine, nothing less.
Si conclude un vertice importante.
After all the stuff that we've been shown anyway, Keir Starmer and that, when they was putting the baggie away, it's nothing surprising now, right? There's nothing new in it. Right, let's do this dude. That is a man. I could put a meatball in that neck there. Look at that opening for a meatball. You literally slot a big Italian meatball in there. We're going to need Gates on this. That's who I was thinking it was, Maloney. That's who I thought that was. But it's not, it's Laura Diaz. But he looks like Maloney, doesn't he? Same eyes. Right, he's a big fella, isn't he? He's a skinny big fella. Do you know what I thought it was there for a second? Kate Middleton. Reminds me of Kate Middleton. Another dude in a dress. Right, let's go back. What's his name? Laura D'Espresso. Laura D'Espresso. Look at that five-head! Oh my gosh! Forehead, short sloping forehead, flat five-head with two dimples on it. Look. Freaking game over, man. Freaking game over. What do you want me to say? It's all of them. Oh my gosh, that one looks like a Fraggle, doesn't it? Down at Fraggle Rock. Laura Brezzo's got a cock. Walking. Waking, not waking. Walking. I need a new keyboard. Uh-oh, Houston. It's not happening, you got no chance. It's a dude though, it's a shame there's no Derek Gates. Let me have a look in street quickly because I really want this one. Nothing again. Yeah, we're done. Sorry, not famous enough. That's a dude, final answer though. Next. Young Hoon Kim. South Korean actor, or this one. Yeah, I think it's going to be this one. Yeah, it is that one, I think. Images. Young Hoon Kim. Well, I've got two of them, and this one ain't got no gates, but I love it. What does it say at the top? It doesn't say anything. It's not the same person, is it? The singer's not this person. Right, I'm just going to put walking in, because this one's not happening. You've got no chance. Walking. So look. Rong Hyun Kim, right? Wrong one. That's the pop star. Stairfellow, though. That one might be what I'm looking for. Yeah, doubt it. Yeah, it's not happening. You got no chance. You've asked me for a nobody. The other one, I've already done anyway. The other young Hungary. That's who you meant. I've already done him. Next. Anna Maria Markovic is a Croatian professional footballer. Male division. Images. He's strikingly handsome, isn't he? Let's have a look. It's a big set of gnashers. Houston, I've got a problem. I've got a problem. They don't look like women's legs to me. You know, it reminds me of that golfer, Paige Spiranak, or whatever his name is. That's who it reminds me of. Big mouth, wide eyes, short sloping forehead, widest below the eyes, male jawbone. Is that in there? Straight-legged man. Final answer, straight-legged man. Probably got his penis bent around his bum cheeks as we speak. I'm going to need a 50-50. Down at Fraggle Rock. That's close. Bit tilted down. Tilting his face down to create a sloping jawline so you can't see how square it is, because he's got a square chin look. So he's pointing his head down trying to create the egg look, but it's not egg shaped look, it's squared. If it was egg shaped, it'd be widest in the hairline look. It's not, it's widest just below the eyes look. Look how the face, follow this hairline down look, comes out there, because that's the widest part on a man's face. End of story. I quite like that one. Can we get a close up? There it is. That's your 50-50. Let's go gate shopping. Oh, it's not a clean picture. It's blurry. Right, gates. If he's got any. Because it's a female footballer, they don't get photographed like the males do. See, most blokes, if you showed them that, they'd go, I'd shag it. Me, now, I'm just like, that's an absolute blockhead. The eyes are too far apart, the teeth are too big, that's a dude. And just remember, the Bible, the one you don't believe in, the one I shouldn't believe in, you say, told me that they will wink their eyes and stick their tongues out at me. Is it just a coincidence that all celebrities do this to me? Or is it because general populace doesn't know, and this is the way they indicate to each other what they are with their leopard print MK Ultra Sex Kitten programming clothes? The truth is the truth, and whether you can handle it or not, it's a personal journey. It really is, but it will set you free if you can handle it. And I feel sorry for your family, my family and friends, your family and friends. I feel sorry for them, I truly do. But I feel more sorry for you than I do for them. Just remember that. Because your eyes are open and you're being trapped like this. Their eyes are wide shut. No walking pictures. This has got to be Luke, hasn't it? Croatian. So look, Luke. Oh, we've got something on crutches. There. It's definitely male. Final answer. There's no broken leg. There's no diamond look. Just a pair of straight legs. Man. People say, ah, he's on crutches. I don't care if he's on crutches. It doesn't change. Is that one there? I don't know if it is. Ana Maria Rodriguez. No, that's not the right person. You saw Dick Van Dyke in a film and you thought you saw a legitimate male gait. Remember, they're taught to walk like us. The women are taught to try and straighten their legs up like this. They can't do it. But it can look like a male gait, just like a man can look like a woman walking. These catwalk queens, Giselle and all the rest of them, Naomi Campbell, it don't matter who, they all imitate a woman very well, don't they? Until you know the difference, until you know how the legs should separate, the knees should open on a woman, and they're not opening anytime soon. What's that? That's a shame that's not forward looking, because that's a straight kicking knee lock. There's no opening there. Good. There's a nice one, but is there... Oh, no, it is. That's nice. We'll take it. Straight legs. Broad ass shoulders. Widest. There. Just above the crotch. It's a dude, final answer. Hello, Jen Summerfield. How you doing, darling? As much as they would love to be able to walk and look correct, they can't. God made it simple for us to see. And once you see it, the kingdom of heaven opens up. It really does, because you realise, why are they doing this? And your answer is, they want to look like Satan. If Satan's real, then God must be real. You're back to God again. Everything brings you back to God. Everything. Ana Maria Rodriguez is not the one we're looking for. Ana Maria, I think that's Ana Maria Rodriguez as well. Ginger hair. Wrong one. Is that in? Anna Francesca. That's a bloke. Look, straight legs, knees. Look at the length on those. Look at the size of that hand. He hadn't even opened up his fingers. Look at them shovels. And we're done. I've got 2 gates. They'll do. Save image 1. Save image 2. A bit blurry on that one though. But it'll be alright. We'll cope with it. Let's go back again. I want that, but it's a bit blurry. Is that you as well? It is. That's a clearer picture. I'll take that as your 50-50. Male jawline. Look at it. Take your time. Big neck. We're done. Next. Slavica Ecclestone, who is Bernie Ecclestone's daughter, son or wife. Wife. This is the big one, isn't it? The big tall one. Yeah. Look at this. You think Rod Stewart looked bad? Look at that. Look at the curved calf muscle in Bernie's leg. That is a honey monster, isn't it? Absolute honey monster. This is one of the first ones I noticed. It was this picture. Not that picture specifically, but that set of pictures. It was one like that did it. And I could see instantly this was an MTF. And this was an FTM, just in the skeletons alone. Because if you were surrounded by them, this is what it would look like. In one form or another. There's nothing that stops you from entering the kingdom of heaven except for your own ego. Once you can let it go, this is what you see. And you see it everywhere. Hey, big moth! It's a gigantic bloke with a little woman. This is the picture. That's in my book. This picture is in my book. And it's one of the pictures I show. Which one's a man, which one's a woman. And people instantly tell it. on the skeletons alone. I have brought a lot of people this common sense free of charge, and it's all I want them to do is pay it forward. Find God and pay it forward. Pay what I did for you. What's that, man? Come back, Marley. Marley's gonna have it if it comes near him. Where's it, Marley? Is it a moth? His little face. Where is it? He's nice. Yeah, it does look like Gina Davis, Ryan. I agree. Very Gina Davis. Look at this one. Oh my, that must be the son, right? With the big feet. Look at this. This is what flip-flop families look like. Very rare you get the woman bigger than the man. Very rare. They have trouble doing it. The only place they've done it is with the humongous basketball players and stuff, where their girlfriends are smaller than them. They kind of look right as a general couple, right? Because the female is small and the male is big, in the wrong order, of course. Human growth hormones, human growth blockers. This is a man. Final. There is no way on this God-given plane that could be a woman. That could be. Well, it is, but you know how it works. Slavica Ecclestone. Let's have a look at him properly. He's a man beast, an absolute honey monster. I want my honey. He wants his honey. He's a beast. An absolute beast. Bernie Ecclestone reminds me of Christy Berg there. Spaceman came travelling on a ship from afar. He looks like someone there, and I can't think who it is. Not Gina Davis. Maybe Sigourney. It's not Sigourney Weaver, it's someone else. That is a man beast, isn't it? An absolute man beast. Look at that flat back. Bernie don't know where to put her hands, look. Boys with boobs on YouTubes. I can see Tanita Tikaram. Again, with the Mickey Mouse boobs going off left and right, east and west. Let's go back. I need your face, Slavica. Oof. That's a belter. Look at those. Wow, I'm seeing Meghan Markle there. Do you know what? I'm tempted to do them both there. There's a gate. One. Bernie with a broken leg. Look at the angle on the foot and the knee going to 8 o'clock. And this one out towards the 4. This one. Look at that demon face in that kneecap. Straight legs needs to go a knee and foot punching forward 6 o'clock. You seen Demi Moore in it as well. They all look alike. There's no question in it, is there? But people, people have their own free will. God made it this way. You can't intervene with it. It's the way He made the world. That you come back, you hear the truth, you hear the word. You feel His love, you feel the Spirit of God wash over you, and that you come back to Him. It's the last thing Satan wants is for you to be out of his spell, under his spell, out of his spell, sorry, with, that's not the person I'm looking for, is it? It's just another big dude, isn't it? It's a different fella, right. Satan just wants you so confused, as he has done for all of his life, that you don't question. Oh my gosh, man boobs. Satan wants you so confused that you don't question any of his lies. You just question the truth when you hear it. That you don't even recognise the truth. You just question it, and that's the way the world is. So uncaring and so. Yeah, he does look a bit Paul Weller-ish. So uncaring and so unsympathetic with life and people in general. They want you to think you're above someone who's homeless, someone who's starving, someone who, you know, it's all about keeping up with the Joneses. The grass is always greener on the other side of the fence and all that nonsense. The only place that the pastures are green is in heaven, I'm telling you. Shoot the bed, look at that neck. And nobody notices, folks. Nobody even notices that this is going on. It's a terrible lie. And they can't disguise themselves from us anymore. These giant women and these little men are done for. There's only a few exceptions where the women are big, like Donald Trump's meant to be 6'2". The Queen of the Netherlands is meant to be 6'2". There's only a few that they can make that big. The rest of them are all pipsqueaks like Tony Blair and John Major. John Major's voice was another one. I never could understand why John Major spoke like that. It's because it's a woman on testosterone. Sounds like the Jezebel. Jezebel spoke like that. They just can't help it. The soft persona of the woman comes through. Sometimes it's disguised, like with Vin Diesel. Vin Diesel, people just can't accept that Vin Diesel's a woman. Vin Diesel's had a baby, shut up. Taylor Swift is massive, yeah. A huge natural bloke. Imagine how many blockers they gave Taylor Swift and he still grew that big, Greg. Imagine that. He must have had tons of blockers to keep him small and it didn't work. It did with Bernie though, didn't it? Well, the growth hormones didn't work with Bernie, should I say. And the blockers didn't work with Slava-Korea. He looks like Dennis Hopper there, look. Do you know what I'm seeing? I'm seeing Linda Carter. Wonder Woman! And it looks like Wonder Woman, don't you think? Donna's not 6'3". That's what I was thinking. She don't look that big. But they say she is. Baron Trump's meant to be 6'9", isn't he? She. 6'9". She's dating Caitlin, whatever his name, Caitlin Clark, 2 first names. KC, Teddy Tree father also. We're stuck in this world until everybody stands up and says no. I'm telling you. We're stuck in this society and everything until God awakens enough of them that it becomes just a tidal wave of truth. Because that's what they're doing at the minute. It's like the little boy, the Dutch boy, who's plugging his fingers in all the holes in the dike, trying to stop the spread of it. That's what they're doing now. AI's doing that as quicker than man ever could. But once you've awoken someone to the truth, and I mean properly woken to it, there's no going back, there's no changing it, there's no stopping it, there's no undoing of it, that's for sure. Like Jeranism, I'm going back to the ball, bullshit. He was never a flat earther in the first place, because no flat earther goes back to the ball, because it doesn't exist. No flat earther believes in concave earth, because it doesn't exist. You'll be able to show me bendy water. If it's a ball, water bends downward, clouds bend downward. You'll be able to show me that. If it's concave, water bends upwards, clouds bend upwards. Show me that. And you can. Nothing you tramps, and that's what you are, you tramps, can say that will change my mind. I am immovable from the truth. Another one. And that's my final one right there, by the look of it, it is. Dudes. Everywhere I look, there are dudes in dresses and ball gowns. Save image. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, one more. I think there's one more, isn't there? No. I'm tempted by skull checking them both, you know. Or I could just go with that. And it's a bit small. Yeah, we got a 50-50 on Slavica. Oh my gosh. That looks like Patricia Stay to me now. It does. It looks like you, Pats. You can't tell by looking. Idiots. I'm surrounded by fucking idiots, father. Let me just put face in and see if I get a single shot of his face. Nothing. Right, I'm going to have to take either that one or the other one. He's wearing aviators. Look, he's wearing bloody aviators. Male glasses. Because he's got male cheekbones. You know what? No. I want something a bit clearer. I'll take that one. See what we can do with it. And we're done. Slavica Ecclestone, Bernie Ecclestone's husband, proven just by the skeleton alone. Not face checked, not gait checked, skeleton checked. Male skeleton, female skeleton, in that order. The power and the money and the power, nothing compares to the power and glory of God. You stick your money in your bank accounts and you Swiss banks up your backside. It's a woman, final answer. It reminds me of someone, I can't think who it is. That one especially, Dom Jolly. It's Dom Jolly I'm seeing. Close set eyes, high set ears, pink lips, sloping jawline, pointed chin. It's a woman. Is this the one with a funny moustache? That's not the same person, is it? They ain't got the same eyebrows, it's not him. We've got that one up for grabs as well though, haven't we? That's in utero, Jen. What you've asked there is in utero. What they're saying is in utero. That the woman's born and then they change it on the outside. Terminator style. It's bollocks. I don't believe none of it. I really don't. It's a flip-flop, full stop. Whatever they want to call it, hermaphrodites, whatever, it's this. I don't care what anyone says. Walking. Leaving. Next. Vesna. Scare Osbolt. Osbolt. I don't know that name. Let's have a look at Vesna. Images. Oh, is that him there? That's a tank. That is a battle axe. That is a dude. It's definitely a dude. Get lost. That's a dude. Final answer. Face. Is that him when he was younger or what? Because he's put some timber on the lad, hasn't he? I'm saying timber. That's a bloke. Look at those eyes. That is a bloke. Oh my god. How does that pass, Luke? Seriously, mate. No Croatians have got any eyes in their heads anymore. How does that pass? Let's go. Actually, it's so easy for me to see them now. There's a meme goes round saying the Cabal. It's got two faces joined, like a male and female face, making one face. A bit like Scott. It's on the Pink Floyd album. It's that sort of thing, and it says the Cabala's biggest secret is that they can change a girl into a boy inside the womb. Bollocks, they can. If they could, there'd be no surgeries. That's the bit that flounders. That's the bit that they all forget about, these idiots that say this. If they can do it in the womb, then there's no need for surgery. You don't need to cut the little girl's breasts off. She'll just grow a penis and have no breasts. Nonsense. Nonsense, a lot of it. Right, that is a tank. It really is. We'll take that as your first gate. There's your second gate. It really is. That's a bulldozer, that is. It's jawline on it. I'm out of picks. It's not giving me any more gates. Oh, no, that didn't count. No, we're out. I've got 2 though. 2 good ones. Walking. I don't know if I've got that one. We'll click on it anyway. Is that in as well? I don't know if that's in. No, it's not. Somewhere else. That one is though. Is that in? It is, but he's not walking, is it? There's one. Can't see it. That's a good one. If it's him on the right, I think it is. That is him on the right, isn't it? Scary Osbolt, no problem. I don't know. That might not be. It looks like him. That looks like Jamie Lee Curtis's son, doesn't it? And we're done. I don't know if that's him. Right, I'll just take the 2 gates then, because I know they are in. Save image, back again. Save image again, and then I think that's the same picture, Peter. Different length. I'll take that one then. Save image 3. 2, maybe 3 gates, we'll see. I'm tempted by that picture, even though it's too big. You know what? I will take it. I don't care if it's too big. Done. Next. Oh, that's a dude. That's a straight up. That's a fella. You gotta be kidding me. Look at his chin. Screaming bloke. Absolutely screaming man at me. Carla Del Ponte. Carla Del Ponte. That sounds Spanish, doesn't it? Right, let's have a look at Carla. Images. Wait, what time is it? 10 past 11! Oh my gosh, I've been on one tonight. Right, I'm going to go and play some Call of Duty. I'll be back tomorrow, Saturday Night Live. We've got a load more requests. Just remember, God loves you. He's the only one that does. Maybe the baby Jesus. Forgot about baby Jesus. God loves you. And he wants you to know that you were born in an inside out, upside down, back to front, tipsy, topsy, turvy world. Thank you very, very much for watching, forensic students and skull checkers from around the world. God bless you all. Good night, Luke.